tell. I lost all of our chat comments, so if people are posting on there, I'm sorry, guys, I can't read it, so you can't tell me if all my picks are wrong. But you could tell that kid was special at that time, even as a youngster. This kid, and he's with a really good coach and a coaching staff. I think they're going to take care of business. And it could be a lot closer than that. I've seen this team play almost every week because we're out at the field and stuff together.
Yeah.
They've had nobody really challenge them. They've got several good athletes, and I know Bowling plays great defense, and they've got good athletes. I think that it sets up the showdown next week between Midlow and Burleson, and that's going to be a fun one. That's going to be a fun one. All right, moving on, because we got to make sure we cover that 9U game. We've got best game I could find in 10U. We got Red Oak Palmer and the 10U Burleson Elks. I've said it before. You can wrap this division up. That it's 30-0.
That's Andy's team, right?
Yeah.
10U Barrett.
Yeah. Red Oak Palmer's 3-2. Barrett's 5-0. That's the two teams with the most winning records that are playing this week in that division. So I didn't, for those of you that may get on me and be like, hey, why are you picking that? I'm not picking that. That's the best teams that we have on that division that are playing. And that scoreboard will probably be shut off in the first quarter. They're going to blow them out. Love them very well. My opinion, big game coming up, 12U. We've got the Burleson Raiders Hernandez team playing RYA Cates. That Raiders team, I've played them. I don't play the RYA team until I think we play them the last game of the season, so I don't know about them. But the Raider team is 5-0, 186 points scored, 50 points against. RYA Cates team is 4-1. I believe that their only loss that they had was to Granbury, and Granbury shut the scoreboard off on them. I think Granbury's the best team in 12U, and they've scored 138 points in 82. This game is, you would think on paper, would be a very hard game to pick. I see Chris is saying a 12U Super Bowl rematch on Saturday. I guess this was the rematch last year in the Super Bowl for this group.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a hard game to pick at all.
Uh-oh.
And I'm kind of glad that the stream froze a little bit. It looks like it's starting to reload right now. Because RYA is going to be really mad. I think the Burleson Raiders win this game 28-12.
Wow.
And it's I think they're going to establish that they're one of the top, if they haven't already. And honestly, this is probably them, and they have, I believe, Saginaw. They have the Saginaw team that's really good, and that's the last two really tough games on the Burleson Raiders schedule. I think they're going to take care of business this weekend against RYA. That RYA team is good. I've seen them on film. Their quarterback's actually really good. I've seen them on film. Burleson Hernandez, I'm a very, 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 very big believer in their quarterback. I like him a lot. And they've got their running backs really, really good. I just know the work ethic of those kids because they've been around my son who's the same age. They're going to take care of business this weekend. And that's going to be a good game. I don't know where that is being played at. Let me see if I can. Oh, it's at Centennial High School. So, and that game is at 2:30, so I won't be able to make that game. And Joe Sanders says, I love how we're still underdogs. Kennedale 12U. I think Kennedale 12U is a great team.
Kennedale 12U is a great team.
I got to watch those guys play
Twice.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And man, that team's good.
Yeah, they are.
They're not, and it's not just talent wise. Coach and staff, every time we've interacted with them as board members, we go over there, class act guys, like great coaching staff. The issues we've had to deal with, every week you have like just regular normal game issues. I mean, stand up gentlemen. The way their kids prepare for the game, the warm ups, everything was so just well done. And like we're walking off every time. 2 weeks in a row they were in Midlothian. They played our 212U teams. I was like, man, that team is
so we played them
just phenomenal. Like great coaches, great kids.
Coaching staff was great.
Both
of their coaches were here with me as guests and for the 12U Wildcats, and we got to play them. They beat us 14-0. Both of their scores were on 4th down and 15 plus. And I'll tell you, I remember when the coach called the play from the sideline. He read our defense set up perfectly. Our offense, we got the ball down to the 18-yard line multiple times, couldn't punch it in. Their defense tightened down. They're a well-coached group.
Yep.
I love Kennedale 12U, but Granbury will shut the scoreboard off on them.
Really? When do they play?
I don't know. They play to the playoffs.
If they do play the playoffs, I'll go watch.
I will watch that
I'll
game.
go watch.
Yeah.
I'll go sit next to you because if Granbury can shut the scoreboard off on that team, that's incredible because that 12U
team is salty and their coaches are really good.
Yeah,
I love both of the coaches of that Kennedale team. They have their boys ready to play every single week, and I know who's on that Granbury team, and Granbury hasn't had a point scored on them all year.
Well, I don't know, not many last year.
And last year in MIFA,
yeah,
they didn't have points scored on them.
We've been playing those guys back and forth since.
Kerry, you're going to hate me. We're not going to get to the 9U games. We're about to end. I'm sorry about that. But 12U kind of took on this talk here. The MIFA when they came from over and they actually picked up a couple of people.
Mm-hmm.
They're salty, and I don't know if there's teams that can take them. And I coach 12U, Hernandez and RYA. Those are the two teams that can take them right now. If I'm being very transparent, those are the two teams that can take them, and that's nothing against anybody else in the 12U division.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Granbury's leaps and bounds better than a lot of groups in 12U.
Yep, they have been together for
and I feel that way about the 9U. I know we didn't get to talk to them. I think 9U's coming down to Burleson and Midlothian. I'm sorry, all the rest of you folks. I'm sorry. I think that's what it's coming down to. That's next week, right? That's
2 weeks.
2 weeks. We got games to come out to this weekend. Let's see, people are already mad at me. That's why I love the music. Come on the end of the show. Thank you guys for being here. You have a good evening.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, Jill, congratulations on your son getting into the college of his dreams and with a full scholarship, too. Yes, we are so proud of him. You know, I have to be honest. I'm a bit worried about our daughter getting into college.